What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben Gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. Now, today we are doing the Let's Talk video. Just for people who don't know, this is the video where I play the game for a decent amount of time. We talk about the game. It's not like a full review, but I've spent a good 12, maybe 15 hours actually of the weekend just playing through this game and Friday night and stuff, and I have absolutely loved this game so far. I'm having a fantastic time, so I want to talk to you guys about this game a little bit more and kind of dive into little things about it that I'm enjoying, things that I don't like. But just before we get into that, please consider liking and subscribing if you are new here on the channel, and let's get into it. So, okay, this is the map of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and as I said, I played, and I can show you my latest save file is 15 hours and 35 minutes that I've spent playing this game, and the areas I've explored so far are the areas that are kind of unhighlighted, like these sorts of areas around there and up, and a little bit here and a little bit there as well, and a tiny bit here. I have been up at this area a little bit too, but nothing much other than that. So in today's video, I'm going to kind of explore a little bit, go and see what I can find, and just talk about the game so far, because this game is really, really good and very different. And I think that there's some people that are not necessarily giving it that much chance, and they're basically instantly just assuming it's the same Ubisoft stuff, copy and paste, and it kind of, it is in some areas, but there's a lot of areas that it isn't, and there's a lot of areas that it is new and feels very, very different compared to past Ubisoft titles. So I'm not sure where to start today. I'm kind of like debating on where I want to go. There's obviously certain areas that are above my level, and there's a lot of side quests that I need to go do. So those are ones I definitely need to do, and I need to kind of work my way over to here to do some of these gates that give me basically points into leveling up. So I'm actually just going to set a waypoint as to over here right now and kind of work my way there. So I think that sounds like a good idea. Anyway, so this game, now I started playing this, as I said, on Friday. I did buy the game for Thursday, I believe I had it, but I kind of started getting really into it on Friday. Now, as you probably will know, we'll start off by talking about the two characters that you can play as. You obviously can play as Naoe, who we're playing as right now, and Yasuke, which is the guy, right? The big guy who is much more of a hand-to-hand combat kind of thing. So I would say I've probably spent 80 to 90% of my time playing as Yasuke. Ooh.
Precious radishes.
His precious radishes. Does he need help? He does need help.
An old borderman upset my radish cart. He ran east
Okay.
toward the village.
So these are some of the little things that you do get in this world. It's a lot more real. So anyway, we'll kind of remember that. The east towards the village, which I believe is going to be this way. But yes, as I was saying, I spent 80 to 90% of my time playing as Yasuke. Naoe, because at the end of the day, she is so much more versatile than... Is this the radish cart? Are these guys going to attack me? No, I guess it probably isn't. She is so much more versatile than Yasuke. Like, she's able to climb, she's able to grapple up, she's able to do all these different things. And Assassinate, obviously, use the vision to see, like the eagle vision sort of thing, to see through walls when you're trying to, like, do, assassin stuff. But Yasuke cannot do any of this stuff. So, it just makes much more sense, in my opinion, to just play as Naoe. So in terms of characters, that's what I've spent the majority of my time playing as. I mean, Yasuke is good. Like, any hand-to-hand combat stuff, he is just better than Naoe at. Like, he has a lot more damage. Like, if I show you my... my character stats for both my characters, you can see that health-wise, 490, right? You can see there's 490 health for Naoe, but Yasuke has 1003. His damage, 680, you can see above the horse there, and hers is 341, so he is literally doubling it. So he is the person to go with for some of the combat segments of the game, and I've just got an increase from 183 to a new hat that I found, 520. So we're getting significant increases on stuff here as well, and I think I've even got different weapons. But there is one thing I wanted to try today. I've turned on today, I'm actually going to turn it off again now because I have just tested it this morning, but I'm going to turn it back off the what is it? the difficulty, I'm going to turn off this. Now, I'm actually going to up back to normal for this as well, because I have basically just tested out some different difficulty settings, and I feel for this segment, I've been playing pretty much the entire time on expert, combat, and then normal difficulty for stealth, because I'm not the best at stealth, I have to admit, but I'm going to keep both on just normal for now. And I tested out easy this morning, and it is actually too easy, and I don't advise that anybody plays like that. And also, I was also testing this morning out the instant assassinations, the guaranteed assassinations, so I've turned that off as well. I suggest you play with it off. I know it makes more sense to technically have it on in terms of how, you know, it doesn't matter how big the guy is. If you stab him in the throat with something, he's going to die. So at the end of the day, it's kind of one of those things that you need to juggle, but it is an open world game, and you can expect there's some enemies that are harder than others and stuff, so you've got to kind of balance that. But yeah, this game is I'm really enjoying it. The story, I wouldn't say is like, you know, by any means perfect or anything like that. It is very much a vengeance story. You've had people hurt your family, and you need to go after them. Like, you have this, I must say, very well set out objective board where these are the people, the Shunbakfu, that you need to go and take out, and I've taken quite a few of them out. And you also have other trees that you can go and assassinate people as well, that you work through. Like there's, I've done one there, you can see I've just ticked it off, but there's a lot to do, a lot of different things. But although there's a lot to do, you don't just have this over complicated map with thousands of things to do. Like, yes, you've got things, you've got obviously the usual viewpoints that you can do, there's side quests, there's main quests marked on there, there's lots of different things that you can go and do, but it doesn't ever feel overly much like some of the previous games like Valhalla felt. It doesn't just feel like you're ramming everything in to the map and there's a million icons here with a million things to do. Like, it feels very clean and very nicely set up. So that is something that I'm very pleased has been changed here for this game. Gameplay wise, it feels very good. Again, you've got these two different characters that play very differently, and we'll get into some combat stuff. I'm actually going to try out I would like to try out one of the, where is it? I want to try out one of these because I actually think they're supposed to be pretty good. Damage is significantly less than the sword I'm using, but that one's actually better, but I can't use that just yet because I'm not level 22. But I want to kind of try out this, and I'll just show you what these mechanics are. So you can actually do this like kind of big strike that gives a lot more radius and gives you a bit of range from the enemy, and I really like that. So let's go anyway. Let's keep going to what we were going to do and check some areas out. There are a few bits that I want to show off that are a little bit tedious in the game also. Oh, here we go. Here's a good testing point. Let me just quickly save. Actually, no, we don't need to save. We're fine. So you've got good range on this weapon, and it's why I actually kind of want to use this one a bit more. Oh, he shot me, damn it. You can get some distance between you and the enemy. He does good damage. So as naoe, you can like parry and stuff. Wow, I nearly died. Boom. Okay. You can also do like close combat stuff as well with this weapon. The R2s are what does this ranged kind of thing. Who's this guy? Look at the damage. It's pretty decent actually. I'm impressed. I might start using this weapon a bit more. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use this one a little bit more actually. Nice. So yeah, that's some of the combat you can do. Obviously, with this character, she is mainly designed around stealth, but you can absolutely go in and fight, like I've just shown off there. Like, she isn't that much worse than Yasuke at fighting. She just does a lot less damage, and she's a lot less tanky. Like, if you get hit, which I think is kind of the point, you're supposed to stealth with her, but if you do get into a fight and you get hit like you saw there, you really do lose a lot of health, like very fast as well. So that is something to note with this character, is that yes, you can go in and fight, like I just did there, but if you do get hit and you don't parry and you don't dodge, so the red attacks are the one that you need to dodge, and the blue kind of ones are the ones that you need to parry. Now, if you turn that to expert, you don't get those, you don't get the blue. I think maybe it's just the blue, I'm not sure. As you can see, I can absolutely assassinate these people if I want to. but they're not doing anything, so I don't see why we should do that. It's not a very nice thing to do, you know? So, but yeah, so talking about Yasuke's gameplay, we can show off a bit later. We can kind of talk about that as well. He is very much similar, same sort of combat stuff. I believe there are certain bits of armor and gear that actually stop you having to, the red attacks stop you having to dodge them, and you can just parry if you have a certain type of gear. So that is something as well. There is many different perks and many different types of gear that you can use that give you bonuses or whatever. So those are something to look out for. I've not actually been too good at looking out for those. It's something I need to have a look at. But going back to talking about the differences as well between Yasuke and Naoe, is that when you do get to sort of these points where you can, you know, the usual Assassin's Creed towers, the viewpoints, right? When you get to those, if you are playing as Yasuke, because he's supposed to be this brawler kind of guy.
Who did this to the people of Iga?
There we go.
Crocodile did this? To attack me? She is no Egan.
Dear. So this all happened. So there is like real-time world events, and that is something that I just don't think happened. Oh. I thought there was going to be something in here then, like this. Oh, there is. Oh my god. See, this is something with a real world event that I just would not have found. Like, please say we can get this chest. Oh my god, legendary katana. See, this is why you explore, and I don't believe, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I do not believe that this was something that was in some of the previous games like Valhalla and stuff, because I don't personally remember it being there. Now I'm enjoying this kind of weapon at the moment, so I'm not going to change for now. But yeah, I wonder if I'm supposed to go anywhere further to find somebody. I can use my eagle vision to look around. I don't know what that means, that like pulsing. Was that just trying to direct me towards this chest? Which I've got? I would say yes. Yeah, so that, again, a nice real world event there of stuff that's actually going on in the world that just makes the world feel real. And I have to say, I don't believe that was something that was in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, that's just really cool to me. I just think that's absolutely awesome that they have that. And that's the sort of thing that I think makes this so much different than some of the other titles. And that's not the first one. Like, there's been multiple throughout my playthrough so far, multiple of these kind of like open world, real world events, and it's why sometimes I just like to run through the world rather than ride the horse, because I may have easily missed that. Going at double the speed. Did I hear something there? Going at double the speed is easily something I could have just absolutely missed, that little bit to the side there that I didn't have before. So that is really cool. Any of these guys hostile? So just to show you the grapple as well, this is the grapple I'm talking about when I'm saying about how she can climb up to these viewpoints. You can just grapple up to things like this. It's really, really cool. It's really, really nice, and it works very, very well in this game. And it's something that Yasuke just cannot do because, in the end of the day, he's big, right? He just can't do that sort of thing. So it's not supposed to be what he's designed around. So that is also something to note as well. So graphically, we've talked about graphics in my sort of like first impressions video. This game graphically is absolutely phenomenal. It looks really good. It's a nice upgrade, especially from the base model. This is one of the first sort of like games that isn't from Sony, or maybe there's been a few, but it's one of the bigger new games from Sony, or not from Sony, sorry, a third-party game that has really pushed the pro version of the game over the base version with RTGI in the performance mode, which is really nice to see. What I'm going to quickly do is switch over to Yasuke so I can show you his sort of play style and how much damage he does in combat as well. So yes, the graphics are absolutely phenomenal. We're playing in the 60 frames per second mode for this video. It is really nice, and I don't sort of feel myself wanting to jump over to any other mode at this time. Like it's nice. So this is what I'm sticking with for now. But there is an update coming in the future, which is about PSSR actually coming to the platform. Coming to the game, sorry. So PSSR will be coming to this title in the near future. What is this? There's a dialogue option here. Let's have a look.
Are you alright?
The dinos squabble over rice and trample the innocent. I have lost everyone I love, so I'm leaving tonight on a ship to anywhere. To the eight hells for all I care. Could this be the only choice?
So there is options here. We can change things.
I'm tired of this war. But if we do nothing, they win. This place is full of people like you. We need each other.
If that is your course, then I will stay and help you.
I don't know. Like, what's this?
Anything new around here?
You're okay. That's something I guess it's another like point that I need to go check out, investigate the area. Yeah, so that's cool. You know, that's something that I can do. I'm going to actually spend 800 to get a fast travel point here, and I may even do one here. These are really helpful that you can just buy some of these and then fast travel around. And as you can see, you can just fast travel with your character, or you can fast travel with a different one. So that is really cool to see. But we're going to go and get this shrine because I want to show you one of the sort of like weaker elements of this game that frustrates me a little bit now we're this far in, and I think they could have done a little bit more with some of these areas. So there's two different areas where you can collect items. Now for your leveling, so this is the mastery tree that you have. You've got all these different options, and you've got it for both characters, both Yasuke and Naoe. Now as you can see, you need to be a certain knowledge rank to be able to unlock some of these abilities. Now I cannot do this one because I don't have knowledge rank 3 just yet. So you need to gain more knowledge points to be able to go up through these ranks. To get some of these knowledge points, you have to do these shrines and also like other methods of things as well. So for example, you've got to pray in this shrine, you've got to pray to sorry, not in this shrine, in some of the shrines you have to pray to these various different things. So in this one I've got to go to 2 locations and pray. Now it becomes a little bit tedious after a while because you literally have to do this so many times throughout the world. In this shrine alone I have to do it twice, I believe. So this is 1 pray point, that's 1 out of 2 shrines honored, and then you go do it with another shrine. And I get what they're trying to do, but it just feels after you've done this, there's the other one, after you've done this so many times across the world, because there is a lot of cases where you have to do this, that it gets a little bit tedious and a little bit boring, I have to say, after a while. And there's another mode of doing this as well, where you have to go and collect these pages. Like there'd be, so that was a shrine, for example. What are some of the other ones that you have to do? So some of the other ones, you go to certain locations and you have to collect like 2 or 3 pages that are hidden on rooftops and stuff, like scrolls basically. And then there's also ones like the castles that you can go do like this, where you defeat all the samurai daisho, and then you get some really cool gear like that armor there, which I'm planning on doing a little bit more today as well in my own time. So that is something as well that you've got to think about and got to go do on these challenges. So, but they do get a little bit boring. Those do get a little bit boring, in my opinion. So you've got things like gear vendors, you've got ornament vendors. I think you've got like by the water and stuff. You've got all these like shipping vendors and stuff that you can do. Where is it? Port traders, which you can buy things to upgrade your hideout, because you do have a hideout. So I'll quickly fast travel to the hideout to show you that as well. Now, just to say, so in the hideout, it is locked at 30 frames per second in this game for some reason. I believe they've done this purely based on the fact that they want you to see all the features of the game. Like, there's nothing special about this area, but I think they want to use the 30 FPS mode so you have the best graphics in the game. So we got a knowledge point from just doing that last thing. So if I go back to mastery, actually, knowledge rank 3, there we go. We've just achieved knowledge rank 3. So now going into these ones, we have this 3rd rank that we can do. And we've got to get to knowledge rank 4 to get this one, knowledge rank 5 here, and 6 up there as well. I wish it was a little bit clearer, and unless it's me just not... Oh, here it is. Yeah, it is me. So on the left, I've got to gain 10 more knowledge ranks to go up to the next one. It is a lot. Like, you think we got 1 knowledge rank from doing that shrine, so we've got to do 10 more of those shrines to go up to the next one, and then the one after that might be 12 or 15, and then the one after that might be 20. So we are talking like you know, 30 something more of these types of things. There's also these like horse archery. There's that's another shrine, a kata, which I believe is like a combat thing that you can do over here. So that you got to do all these different things to go up through these knowledge, and you only get one per thing. So you've got to do a lot of these things just to level up all that kind of stuff in this game, which is fine. I think that's absolutely fine. But I feel like they could have been a little bit better designed than just those sorts of things. Something a little bit more interesting than just like collect these scrolls here or do this there. So this is the hideout, and in the hideout you can fully customize this area with various different buildings. Like I've got a building here that I can browse contracts that allow me to go and get more raw materials. Like you can see I've done that one. I can go and get this, which gives me more of these materials, and that one which gives me more of those types of materials. You've got legendary chests, pay respects at shrines. There's like various different things. In fact, if I accept that and track it, is that just going to guide me to shrines? Yes, it is. It's going to literally just guide me to shrines to help me go and get some more of these humanity points, I would have thought. So, you know, that is something that's going to help you guide your way to these sorts of things. So there is that as well. So you can go find things like that. But I'll show you the main hideout area. I've not spent a lot of time. I'm not the sort of person who does like the Animal Crossing stuff where you go crazy designing, you know, this area. It's not something I want to spend time on. It's just not my thing personally. But obviously you can go and customize all this stuff and make it look absolutely insane by going over to this improved hideout area, and you can go and build with the materials that you collect, like I just showed you in that last bit. You can go and build various different means of building that upgrade lots of different things. So you can go and so for example, see upgrade on this building. If you were to jump to it doesn't show us, we've already upgraded to 2. I can't upgrade to 3 just yet. So you can see the effect there. So an additional scout joins the league, which reduces the search area, the search zone for quests by 25%. So there's like bonuses to that. Another one here, stockpiles can be tagged at the cost of 1 scout rather than 2. So that would be a good upgrade for me to do. But you know, I do actually have an upgrade for that. So I'm probably going to do that because those stockpiles are helpful to gather materials when you do find them in the world, and you can send people out to come and collect those materials essentially. You need to build things like tea rooms. So tea rooms is one I need to go do, but I don't have the wood right now because ration efficiency increases by 20%. So essentially you can actually heal more for each ration with the tea room. So that's something that I absolutely need to level up and do. But you can go in and customize this whole area however you want. You can build all these buildings, make it look really, really nice, build bridges like streams and stuff. Like it's pretty cool what you can do in this area. But as I said, it's not my thing. I'm just putting the buildings down where I think I need them, and yeah, that's kind of my style. But there's not a lot more I want to add. Again, this is just like a let's talk video, and maybe we'll do further ones in future if people want to see them, where I'm just actually playing the game for a long period of time. So you'll have to let me know if that is something you want to see. But I think I'll stop it at that for now, because I've played a decent amount, but I want to obviously play 25 hours, and then I'll perhaps do a review once I actually finish the game at 50 hours, and I can talk a little bit more about the game then. But if you would like to see more gameplay from me in this game, please let me know in the comments down below. I never know what to title those videos. Like if I've got my testing video that I do first, and then I've got my let's talk video. But what sort of video could I do that furthers my like what sort of title could I do? I don't want to do a let's play. I don't want to play through the whole thing, but sometimes I might just want to sit down, press the record button and play the game for a while. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye-bye for now.